Hey guys, this is Bakugou ex-listener. I hope you enjoy, and yeah, enjoy the video. Just friends. That word killed Bakugou. You were talking with Todoroki, and he asked you if you and Bakugou were a couple. You just laughed and told him no, that you were just friends. You and Bakugou have been friends for the longest time, even before you guys went to UA. You were always by his side, and the blonde started to catch feelings for you. But you were always hanging around Todoroki, and he felt jealous and intimidated. That were feelings that Bakugou wasn't used to. He only felt it when you were always talking to Todoroki during lunch, during training, and even at class. It seems that you forgot completely about him. You time to time will text him or call him, but in school, mostly you were with Todoroki. It was like you were strangers, but at the same time friends. And when you said just friends, he felt his heart break. It had been over a week since Bakugou heard your conversation with Todoroki about him just being your friend and nothing more. He stopped texting you and calling you. You actually didn't seem to care since you didn't even notice. He was lost in thought, and it was the end of classes, and his friend Kirishima came to him and said, "Bakugou, are you okay? You are zoning out too much today. Is something to do with Yuan?" He couldn't lie to his best friend and said, "Yeah, she's hanging out with that half and half bastard a lot, and suddenly I don't know what to do about it." Kirishima knew about Bakugou's little crush on you, but never intended to help his friend till now. He suggested, "Well, Bakugou, go talk to her and ask to hang out today. Maybe she will say yes and you can fix things with her, because right now you seem more like not friends and you guys are supposed to be best friends." Bakugou agreed and had planned to ask you to hang out with him this afternoon. When he approached you and said, "Hey, Yuan," you were with Todoroki and said, "Oh, hey Bakugou, how are you?" "I'm fine. I just wondering if you wanted to hang out today. We haven't talked in a while." You gave him a sorry look and said, "Sorry Bakugou, today I'm hanging out with Todoroki. I will make it up to you." You left the classroom with Todoroki, and Bakugou felt even worse than he felt before. You did not notice anything about Bakugou's behavior. Right now, you were with Todoroki at a cafe, talking, having fun. In a long while, you became really close to Todoroki and started dishing Bakugou a lot. You didn't think he really cared because he had friends, but you really missed him, but you were too focused on Todoroki right now. He said, "Yuan, are you alright? You seem to be distracted." You responded with, No, Todoroki, I'm fine. I'm just a little lost in thought today." He gave you a confused look and said, "Oh, it's about Bakugou, isn't it?" You nodded and he said, "Well, Yuan, you shouldn't dish your best friend like you have done. You really have been dishing him a lot for me. Not that I mind, because I really enjoy your company, but he is your best friend. You should talk to him." You continued saying, "I know, but it's hard talking to him. I'm pretty sure he likes Uraraka, and I just don't want to get my heart broken, okay?" You secretly liked Bakugou, but you thought he liked Uraraka after their match at the sports festival. Todoroki had tried to lift your spirits, but nothing was working. So the next day, Todoroki and Kirishima, who knew about your crushes, decided to trap you both in the classroom after classes and for you guys to talk things out. They did. They got the whole class in it, and everyone made a plan, and it actually worked. You and Bakugou were trapped in the classroom. You were screaming, "Hey guys, let us out! This is not funny!" but they were already gone. You and Bakugou looked at each other and said, Yuan, you know why the fuck they trapped us here? You didn't say anything, but just shook your head. He sat down on his desk and said, Well, I have a question for you. You looked at him with a confused look and said, Yes, Bakugou? Why do you keep avoiding me to hang out with Todoroki? I'm losing my mind. You have been ignoring me. You felt guilty for this, but you tried to get away from him to stop your crush on him. You said, No reason, I just wanted to have a new friend. Is that a crime? He said, No, but still, you shouldn't ignore me. We've known each other for a long time, you know. You looked at him and said, Well, maybe you should start hanging out with Uraraka more. He gave you a confused look and said, Why would I hang out with her? I don't even like her. I actually hate her a lot. You gave him a confused look and said, Wait, you don't like Uraraka? He shook his head and said, I don't like girls like her. You continued asking, Well, then who do you like? He blushed and said, None of your damn business. You continued saying, But you like someone, so who is it? He got up from the desk and pinned you against the wall and said, If you really want to know, it's you, Yuan. I like you. But you like that half and half bastard that you have been ignoring me to hang out with him. You shook your head and said, Bakugou, you're seriously an idiot. He gave you an angry look and said, Hey, don't call me that. You said, Bakugou, Katsuki, I like you. He was red like a tomato and said, Wait, do you like me? Seriously, me. You nodded and he said, Well, why didn't you tell me? You continued saying, Because I told you like Uraraka and I didn't want to get my feelings hurt. He pulled you in for a hug and said, Yuan, will you be my girlfriend then? You nodded and said, Of course I will. The night passed and you guys stayed in the classroom all night. The next day, Aoizawa opened the door and saw you, Bakugou, and you asleep in your desk and said, Why are you students here? You should be at the dorms. You guys got detention for 2 weeks for staying in class. But Bakugou didn't care because right now you weren't just friends, you guys were a couple.